is Miss Ellis from Ixonia Elementary, 3rd grade, and she just finished using Universal Design for Learning in the 3rd grade biography unit. So, angle.
Well, this was our first time doing the Universal Design implementation in the classroom with the biography unit. Something that felt comfortable for them, to give them the option to choose what they wanted to do, with certain parameters being that they had to learn different things about the people they chose, that they had to learn at least 10 really solid facts, that they had to learn who was affected and what the big idea was that that person represented. Beyond that, they were able to take and run with any type of project they wanted to use to convey these facts. So we had technology, we had posters, we had plays, kids that used their Minecraft games, and it really allowed them to take ownership of what they were learning, and the enthusiasm was over the top. And it was my first year experiencing this, but the level of enthusiasm they had, because they had that ownership, was like anything I've ever seen before. But when they could teach me about a character using a Minecraft app, and create, like a student who did Martin Luther King, built a whole entire little Martin Luther King land on his Minecraft, where he had the I Have a Dream speech and Martin Luther King standing up, and he built this, and the knowledge he conveyed to me and the excitement through this was so much more than I ever would have gotten out of just having this child write a paper on Martin Luther King. So the tears were brought to my eyes, because every single student in this class put in 100% effort and got out 100% learning.
Do their own type of learning, and everybody was authentically, genuinely engaged in learning and finding their facts for biography, because it was their way of how they wanted to learn best. So what did you like?
Bella, what did you choose to do to show what you had learned about your person? You had
scrapbook.
Laura Ingalls Wilder, right?
Yep, and I did a scrapbook about her. And here's the information that I wrote down there, and then I glued it and made it.
Do you like scrapbooking?
Yeah, and I made it about her and her. It went from her young life to her early, to her
Yeah, I really liked writing a speech and like getting together and like writing like different things and being like funny.
So you liked working together?
Yeah.
That these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people,
By the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
Okay. And what did you like about researching?
I like that we could like pick our own thing our own person to do it on, and that we could pick our own like project to do, like what project we wanted to do, and
To show what you knew?
Yeah.
And what did you end up doing for your...
I made a poster in the world on Minecraft. Research on YouTube and books, and this is Harriet Tubman. I made a poster, a paper, and then a box that has stuff inside for research. So
well, I wish we could do it for every project, because it's awesome. The kids, just the fact that they were able to choose how they presented their information. These kids read and researched more than I've seen them do probably all year with this project. Basically used anything they could, like books. We got some books from the library. They used
electronics?
Yes, they used technology of any kind. We used a lot of iPad apps and computer research. Our Chromebooks have been awesome. Pretty much anything they could to get information. Yes, we used a lot of graphic organizers. I mean, the kids, we gave them a couple different representations of how to record their information. Some kids typed it. We actually had a few that just used voice to record their facts. And, you know, as far as some areas where it's a little bit more difficult, we let them present in different ways where people would ask them questions or they would read off of the poster that they made. So they had a lot of options for being able to present information.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Favorite part of it because this is her speech she did. If you hear the dogs keep going, if you see the torches in the woods, keep going. If they are shooting after you, keep going. Don't ever stop, keep going. If you want a taste of freedom, keep going. She said that in a speech.
Why?
What do you do for a living?
I write newspapers.
Have you done anything big for the world?
Yes, I changed hospitals.
I just have to say first off, this is
with you?
Yeah.
I'm walking around listening to the questions you're asking the kids.
So we were able to choose how we wanted to show what we learned about our person, and I actually chose Anne Frank, and I chose to do a Minecraft creation of how I learned about her. So this is actually where she lived in her annex and her home, I think. And then the inside here is, some of it's empty, but the upstairs is filled with Anne Frank. So let me get up there. Okay, so the first one is where they lived, like, before they hid everywhere and everything was all nice, like warm beds and cooking places and windows, all perfect. As
Can you just show me as you're scanning through it?
Yeah, as all of like the furnace and cooking, nice warm beds, and the windows to see. So, and then this is where she lived, like, after. And she had to hide there. The swimming pool, the beach, the coffee house, all of that. And even if they wanted to just get a book and read for something, they weren't even allowed to do that. The library was also a no-use, but library is everyone and everywhere. And then the theater, if they wanted to watch a movie, they were actually really not allowed to. Theater was one of the big places where they couldn't go. So, they had popcorn and everything, and then theater, everything that they should have been able to do. But they just couldn't do that, and it was quite allowed. So that was Anne Frank's half. That wasn't probably even half of her world. But that's one of her only hobbies she could probably do, was do hopscotch, which wasn't as fun as swimming or playing or reading. So that really wasn't it. Well, I like that I could build what she did and what she did, and Minecraft really just has all the things that you need. I mean, you have to fix some stuff up, but it wasn't, and so it was really fun for me to do something I love, but yet do a working for school, so that was really fun.
Okay. So
Thank you.